MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo, yeah. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to.
Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo, yeah. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to.
Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan. Landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino.
And we are here in the COSTA Homes 2, page 2, covered court in Caloocan City for another live coverage of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3. Now we are covering the games for today between Valenzuela Impact Bowlers going up against TAYTAY HAMAKA Health Forum with Doc Atoie. And later on, we will be seeing Quezon City Junior Giants going up against Mandaluyong Junior Micro Smith. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ako si John Ocampo, joined by JP Ruiz, our analyst. And later on, our courtside reporter will be Danai Yamada. JP, good morning.
Hi, good morning, partner. It's great to work with you. It will be
Same.
exciting Sunday morning for both of us.
Yes, indeed. So let's take a look at our first game for today. It will be Valenzuela Impact Bowlers against TAYTAY HAMAKA Health Forum in the 16 under division. Well, JP, in their last outing, itong Valenzuela rather,
Yes.
they came off with their second win.
Yes, definitely. Talk about the Valenzuela Impact Bowlers, no? Currently, they're 2-4 in the North Division. They are 10th. And they won their last game against the Pasig Stallions 65-56. And I believe their top performer was Gian Taglia with 22 points and 10 rebounds. So it's a double-double performance. And one thing that we should look at, no, John, is that they were able to get their win because of better field goal percentages. They were able to shoot properly, as well as their bench. Malaki yung bench points in that 20 versus 6. So if they balance it out properly, I think they'll come out with another win today.
Well, that's right, you know. So we're going to see if they can secure another win for their team. Now let's take a look at our the other team, their
Yes.
opponent for today. That will be TAYTAY, you know.
Yes.
So their last outing, they lost their last game.
Correct. The TAYTAY HAMAKA Health Forum with Doc Atoie, no? They are 3-4, currently number 8 in the North, so they're still in contention for the playoffs, no? Yung streak nila medyo consistent, lose win, lose win, lose win. So currently they are below 500. They lost against the Quezon City 8-8 Junior Titans 63-69. Their main scorer was Dwayne Enriquez, 26 big points and 12 rebounds, so double-double performance. However, they did lose because they were able to get poor shot selections, only 31% from the field, as well as 1 for 18 from three-pointers. So if they want to have a chance to bounce back and get that win, they have to keep scoring, make sure they get their consistency straight, and then hopefully they'll turn out with a W.
Well, exactly. You know, if they want to move up the rankings and also improve their standing, they have to make something work today.
Definitely.
So wag na natin patagalin pa. We know that everyone is excited with this basketball game. So let's head over to our venue announcer for the starting lineup.
Good job, brother.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the COSTA Homes, Caloocan City. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. It's the first game of our Sunday basketball action, 16 other division featuring Valenzuela Impact Bowlers and TAYTAY Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoie. Now let us meet the starters first for Valenzuela Impact Bowlers. Starting guard number 18, Arkin Andiano. Shooting guard number 77, Josh San Benaventura. At forward number 10, Gian Taglia. Other forward number 29, Noah Manalastas. And at center number 35, Timothy Corcolon. The head coach is Luis San Benaventura, assisted by Adrian Kyang-Hyang. Team manager, JJ Maghirang. And team owner, Voltaire Ora. And now let us meet the starters for TAYTAY Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoie. Starting guard number 26, Lawrence Inloyo. Shooting guard number 14, Miguel Pizarro. Small forward number 11, Zeus De Leon. Power forward number 7, Derek Fernando. And at center number 29, Julius Pili. The head coach is Al Baltazar, assisted by Brian Zaponta. Team manager, Arnel Gatalian. Team consultant, JB Martinez. And team owner, Doc Atoie Arboleda. Officiating this ball game, Didio Barcenas, Ben Gomez, and Dennis Calve. Junior MPBL Executive Director, Mr. J.R. Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner, Mr. Kid Picasso.
Now for the Doray team starters for the 16 and under division. First off sa TAYTAY, Inlayo Pizarro De Leon, Fernando Pili. Sa Valenzuela naman, Andiano, Benaventura, Taglia, Manalastas, and Corcolon. All right. Once again, good morning sa ating live viewers sa Facebook page natin at sa YouTube channel. Again, this is for the 16 and under division, a battle between Valenzuela and TAYTAY.
Yeah, definitely. And they started off immediately. With a basket here, itong TAYTAY.
Well, that was an immediate score, no? That was a three-pointer again. Now we have Valenzuela here trying to tie it up. Taglia pulls up for two. A bit short. Now Inlayo nagbaba ng bola for Valenzuela. Wasn't able to make that one. Out of bounds para dito sa Valenzuela. Now, balik sa TAYTAY ang bola. Keeping the ball alive. A three-pointer attempt. Too strong. But there was a follow-up underneath.
Yeah, that was, I believe, Julius Cody Pili, one of their key players, able to get a second chance opportunity for TAYTAY.
Now Valenzuela trying to score. Air ball. Now Pizarro with the ball. Stupili, another one.
That was, again, Julius Cody Pili, back-to-back buckets here for their big man.
Well, JP, we're seeing consistency dito sa Valenzuela, sa TAYTAY rather. Itong early scoring nila. And now for Valenzuela.
Yeah, definitely for Valenzuela, though. They were able to get that turnover. Si Max Jetro Romero was able to get their first basket. And because of that, the bench of Valenzuela were able to take their seats.
Oh, I believe that was Arkin Andiano of Valenzuela.
I believe possession will go back to Valenzuela due to an 8-second violation.
Yeah, they were not able to cross the backcourt in time. Therefore, a backcourt violation was called against them. Now we are just waiting for some clarifications here.
Yeah, there were some technical issues there, I believe, with the timer. So the referees are just trying to make sure that they got it right.
Well, I believe the current score now is 7-2 in favor of Taytay.
Yeah, definitely. And as I said no earlier, they are currently below 500, 3 and 4. They're trying to bounce back and hopefully get back to 500 after this game. Currently number 8 in the north. They do have a big chance here to make it to the playoffs.
That is right. Now, Valenzuela trying to make a score. Unfortunately, that was too short. Now, Pizarro for Taytay. Pulls up for 3. No good. Blocked. And that block was brought by Corcolon. That was a follow-up by Taglia. That was good.
That was a second chance opportunity by Taglia. He is their leading scorer in their previous game with 22 big points. So he continues to stay red hot.
Well, as we can see in the previous games, JP, itong si Taglia was very consistent in scoring.
Yes, he is their leading scorer for the group, averaging 9.7 points per ball game, including 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.5 steals, as you can see in this replay here.
Well, the pound-for-pound fitness foul counted of the game goes to Pili, and now he takes an opportunity for a 3-point play. Now he takes a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, si Cody Pili, he's one of those consistent scorers, averaging 11.7 points, 8.9 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and even 2.3 blocks per game. So he's an all-around player for Taytay.
And as we speak, he was able to make the 3-point play. Now for Valenzuela, trying to penetrate and kick out, but intercepted. He was fouled on the process, and that was De Leon.
Yeah, that was the right intent, no? Taytay had to run. They had to go for a fast break opportunity, and they got the foul. Thankfully, there was Zeus De Leon who got the contact and will get 2 free throws.
So the current score now is up to 10-4. Now Taytay is up by 6 here in the first quarter with 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. And the first one is good.
Based on their last time out, itong Taytay, they were able to attempt 29 free throws, and they made 18 of them. So 62%, not bad for a squad. Of course, they can do better, and seen here that he went 2 for 2.
And that was a lot of, what do you call that, a percentage on the free throw line. Now Valenzuela being double teamed. Taglia on the attack. Wasn't able to convert. Now Pili to Fernando. And Layo. A little miscommunication there. The shot was too strong. Now Valenzuela with Taglia. A little slip by Panaligan. Back to Taglia, attacking the basket. Was a bit off to the right side of the rim.
Yeah, definitely. You will see more of those from Taytay driving to the basket. That is what they are good at. They went to very aggressive in the field goal category, scoring a lot in the paint.
Well, really, Taglia is showing his strength in the painted area. Now the lead is still with Taytay. With 6 minutes, 15 seconds remaining, 12-4. And the teardrop was not successful, and then Pili with the follow-up, but not successful as well.
Yeah, he had the right intention in mind. And as you can see here, another turnover by Valenzuela and care of Inlayo.
Well, yung mga turnovers nila, JP, will contribute hugely dun sa magiging outcome.
Oh, definitely. For Valenzuela, in their previous game, they had 25 turnovers, which is unacceptable. If they want to have a chance to win this game, they have to lessen these turnovers. You can see another basket here, Valenzuela.
Yeah, that was Taglia once more, being the lead scorer for this ball game early on for Valenzuela. Now Taglia again. Little fake, and it gets in.
Yeah, this is a great matchup to watch. Taglia versus Pili. They're going to go at it one-on-one most of the time in this sequence, and great showcase so far.
Yes, indeed. Ano, itong si Pili and Taglia are the common names, so familiar names dito sa first quarter natin. It's a 16 and under division.
As you can see this replay here, no?
By Larga International Logistics, fast break of the game. Now Valenzuela here trying to defend Taytay with their attack in Layo. But the traveling was called against in Layo.
Naya had the right intentions in mind, but had an extra step, and the refs caught that.
Well, I'm seeing that this very common mistake with these players, ano, JP, the traveling, once they have the ball possession, nauuna yung hakbang bago yung
Yes,
dribble.
definitely. That's very common for kids these age, no? I think they have to master that in order to avoid future turnovers from happening. But yes, it is a common mistake for kids.
With their excitement to drive, ano? But for now, there is a timeout. So we're going to take a short break, and after this, we're going to be back with our basketball action again.
You're still tuned in on Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3 match of Team Valenzuela Impact Ballers and Team TAYTAY Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoie. Unfortunately for Team TAYTAY, we will not be seeing their best player in action for today due to his limitations on their school, letting their players play outside. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Nanay. And I believe it's her first time, you know? It's her debut as a courtside reporter. So welcome to Junior MPBL Season 3.
Yeah, definitely. And that is something that is very important. I think he was referring to Dwayne Enriquez, probably the player that is missing out on today's ball game.
Well, yeah, that was due to the conflict of schedule, I believe, with the institution.
Yes.
Now Valenzuela here trying to tie up the score. Now they're trailing by only 2 points with 3 minutes 50 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Well, Valenzuela is showing something good early in this ball game, being able to catch up with Taytay's attack. Now Taytay another three-pointer attempt but a bit short. Offensive rebound. Wala pa rin. Now Taglia for Valenzuela. Attacking the defense. Shot was too strong.
It's been going one-on-one action here for Valenzuela, usually by Taglia, which is understandable, but eventually they have to learn how to pass the basketball for more opportunities and better higher percentage.
Yes, exactly, JP. Creating more opening for other teammates. Especially, there are other free teammates, no? Pero syempre, their confidence for Taglia is that high in believing that he can make that shot. As we can see with Taglia's previous performances, talagang yung teammates niya magtitiwala sa kanya when it comes to attacking the basket. The current score is 12-10. Only 2-point lead by Taytay. Valenzuela for three. Oh, wow!
That is a rare 4-point opportunity here for Valenzuela. Great shot there. Care of Reinhard Panaligan.
Yes, indeed. Itong si Panaligan. Let's take a look at this replay. Pound for pound fitness foul counted. And there was a three-pointer and a chance to complete a 4-point play. Like you said, JP, this is a rare opportunity. Usually, sa mga 2-pointers natin nakikita yan. But now, with Panaligan. There was a 4-point play attempt. Unfortunately, was not good. Now the lead goes to Valenzuela with 1 point.
No call there. Refs are letting them play. Very physical down low in the paint for, I believe, 2 Taytay players fell on the floor, but refs say play on.
Especially dito kaya Buenaventura, we see him fell down on the floor, holding his head. Pero good thing he was all right. Tuloy tayo dito sa basketball action natin. Now Herrera trying to find an open man. Unfortunately, another turnover. Pero bumalik sa Valenzuela ang bola. The down the pain was not good. Little scramble. And a foul was called. Valenzuela, Taytay looking to secure that ball. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of scramble and a foul was called.
Yeah, that's a great hustle play there by Narson Francisco Jr. Able to get the basketball, and possession will go back to the purple shirts.
Now Taytay here looking to take back the lead. They're trailing by 1 point dito sa against Valenzuela. The pass was too strong, unfortunately. Lugue was not able to catch that pass.
Yeah, cross-court pass there is very risky and unable to control the basketball.
Now Valenzuela has an opportunity to increase their lead. Herrera creating a play. Fires for 3. Short. But a follow-up was there by Panganiban.
Yeah, that's a great putback there. Great second chance opportunity for Andre Panganiban.
As we can see here, Valenzuela is capitalizing in that lead. Trying to take a hold of it until the end of this quarter. Now Valenzuela again with that opportunity. 16 fires for 3, a bit short. That was Herrera.
Great box out play there by the purple shirts. Able to get another possession and see if they can cut the lead, cut the deficit.
Foul was called while he was driving to the basket.
I think the referees waved it off. It's a off-ball possession.
That was a no basket as per our officials. See this replay. See what happened here.
I think the foul was called prior to his attempt. But I think they are in the penalty?
Yes.
Yes, they are in the penalty, hence 2 free throws here for Taytay.
And the first one is good here for Lugue. If he makes this, hindi na sayang yung effort niya kanina driving to that basket. And 2 for 2 para dito kay Lugue.
Yeah, one thing you should appreciate about Taytay is that they are making their free throws early on in this ball game, cutting the deficit now to 1.
Valenzuela looking to increase their lead. Unfortunately, there was another turnover. Now Taytay on the attack. And an easy basket there by a fast break. Lugue once more.
Yeah, that is a quick move there by Josh Lugue. Now giving Taytay the lead.
Balik ulit sa Taytay ang kalamangan. And with the defensive rebound, Lugue trying to score again. Pulls up, block. By Quimot, I believe that's Quimot.
Yeah,
Yes.
it didn't work that way for Taytay. Valenzuela trying their best to get a stop here, but unfortunately it resulted to getting contact and the foul. 2 free throws once again for Lugue.
Well, there was a quick trip back to the free throw line para dito kay Lugue. First one was not good. Now early in the first quarter, si Pili for Taytay ang gumagawa ng score. Now Lugue on the second part of this first quarter scores once more, 1 for 2 sa free throw line. Another turnover by Basilia. It was tipped. Nanatili sa Taytay ang bola. Once again, that turnover, JP, that we're talking about earlier.
Yeah, definitely. Taytay is intensifying their defense right now, getting half-court stops here.
They weren't able to cross, ano? Now Luge fires for three. A bit short. A fast break opportunity para dito sa Valenzuela, and it's good. Panaligan with that fast break.
Yeah, great fast break opportunity there. Panaligan able to score for the White Shirts.
Tabla po ang score, 17-17. 22 seconds remaining. A little turnover there by Taytay. Panaligan again with the fast break, but unfortunately he was fouled in the process. So take a look at this replay.
Yeah, definitely Panaligan going all the way. Received the contact. He knew that a purple shirt was going behind him, so he made sure that he wanted to get that contact for better chances. Whether hit or miss, at least naka-free throw.
Tama. That was a good mindset, ano? Trying to attack the basket. If the defender won't be able to stop you, then you can score. If not, then you take a trip with the free throw line. Well, the first one wasn't good dito kay Panaligan. One for two para kay Panaligan. Making Valenzuela take the lead by 1 point. With 17 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Oh, great stop there.
You can see that hustle play. Panaligan not letting Valenzuela breathe. Although Taytay rather. Almost losing the ball. Lim fires for three. Blocked again by Quimot. Fires for three. Fortunately, that was it for our first quarter. Current score is 20-17 in favor of Valenzuela, leading up by 3 points early in this first quarter.
Yeah, definitely. And here you will see some of Chef's Magic's first quarter highlights. Great start there by Taytay Carafili, being aggressive here. But on the other end, it has been very aggressive as well for the White Shirts, trying their best to play catch-up. Pili has been very dominant for the Purple Shirts.
Exactly. Now we have our end of quarter score, 17-20 in favor of Valenzuela. Magbabalik po ang Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL. Now we are back here. Now we are back in action for this second quarter in the 16 and under division, Valenzuela contra Taytay. From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. Once again, I'm John Ocampo, joined by JP Ruiz as our analyst and Danae Yamada for our court side. That was a three-pointer there.
The score is now 22-17. Great shot there to start all for Valenzuela. It is now a two-possession ball game.
Oh, that was a long two rather. Taytay driving to the basket and was good. Pizarro with a two-pointer.
Yeah, Miguel Pizarro making it happen for Taytay. Sorry, Pizarro.
And a pull-up jumper. Anano.
Arkin Aniano, I believe he is one of those go-to players. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals in his last timeout.
Well, we're starting great dito sa second quarter. The 16 and under division. Well, in Layo, that pass was a bit too strong and wasn't able to communicate well with his teammate.
Yeah, Lawrence Inlayo had the right intentions in mind. He had tried the no-look pass going inside the paint for his teammate. Wasn't able to connect there.
Now Valenzuela here trying to increase the lead. Drives to the basket. That was short. That was Benaventura on the attempt. Now Inlayo again for Taytay. Pass to that corner. Attacking the basket. He was fouled.
Yeah, that was a great offensive move for Miguel Pizarro. Able to get a foul there. Still not in the penalty or not in the act of shooting. So off-ball possession.
Manatili po ang ball possession para dito sa Taytay. Now pulls up. A bit too strong. Defensive rebound now on the fast break. Anyano wasn't able to convert that one. Little scramble there. Benito was able to secure the ball. Now Pizarro on the attack. But there was Anyano.
Yeah, Anyano almost got that layup for a fast break opportunity. Missed the shot. Another possession here.
Benito with that tap was able to stop Pili. Anyano with the inbound. Trying to secure the three-pointer. A bit too strong.
Oh,
The scramble there. Traveling was called, unfortunately.
yeah, it is a traveling violation. He did get slipped up near that area. Tried rolling himself, but automatic traveling call there.
Yeah, indeed. Now balik sa Taytay ang ball possession. Inlayo with the play. On the left corner. Balik Inlayo. Now the left corner attempt again. Bit too strong. Offensive rebound. There was a little miscommunication there, leading to turnover. Now Taglia on the attack. Pass in the right corner. Wala pa din. Well, itong si Benito is being effective. Ano? I think 3 attempts na on blocking his opponents. He was able to stop their attack.
Yeah, that's their defensive mindset. Talking about the bigs of Taytay, able to get things done. However, in that last possession, I believe he tried passing it to a purple shirt, but no one was there to retrieve it. Hence the turnover. And again, another turnover.
As we are saying, mataas ang turnover rate. But that was a block. Now Inlayo. And it was good. A good two-pointer for Inlayo.
Yes, Inlayo was able to retrieve the basketball in the end and get that floater in.
Now Anyano with that little bit of blind pass, pero Benito was there. Now Pili on the attack. A bit strong. Valenzuela. Anyano with a layup.
Yeah, that's a great shot there by Arkin Anyano, extending the lead now to 3.
And a timeout is called after that play.
So you can see this replay here. Fast break opportunity. Evading the purple shirt, going for the easy bucket, si Arkin Anyano.
Now timeout muna tayo.
As I spoke with Team Valenzuela's Impact Ballers coach Luis San Buenaventura, their team is on it to fight for moving to 8th in the team standing from the current 10th. Even without the players such as Saran, Herona, and Tumodos, due to the personal matters and school commitments of the players, they will persist on getting ahead on this game for the upcoming playoffs. Back to you, John and JP.
Thank you so much, Danae, for that courtside report. Now we are continuing our basketball action in the second quarter of the 16 and under division matchup between Valenzuela and Taytay, with Valenzuela leading by 5 points.
Yes, as Denai mentioned, no, parang given the fact that there are some players who are absent due to personal commitment or to other scheduling, it's up to Valenzuela's next man mentality, I guess, to step up and make sure that they still end up with a W.
And indeed, their men in Valenzuela are stepping up. Now with 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Taytay with a three-pointer attempt. Bit off the right. Pili with the rebound. Pass outside. And it's good.
That is a very difficult shot there for Zeus De Leon. Able to make it on the baseline jumper.
There was an offensive foul called. That will turn over the ball to Taytay. Let's take a look at this replay for that two-pointer. Once again, that's Zeus De Leon. Cutting down the lead to 3.
Oh, that is very unfortunate for Valenzuela's Andre Kimot. He entered the playing court untucked, and that results to automatic technical foul on his end, giving Taytay a chance to get a free throw.
Yes, indeed. Itong technical calls ito ay very common sa mga players recently, no, sa napapansin natin. They were entering the playing court without their uniforms properly tucked in. And para sa kaalaman ng mga viewers natin, it will be a technical violation against those players.
And it's something very common here in this league. Not a lot of leagues may probably do that, but here in the Junior MPBL, very disciplined ang mga referees natin.
Well, as we were talking about discipline, ano kasi JP, kailangan kasi as early as now, since they're developing their careers, their basketball careers, dapat sumasabay din yung discipline nila with as simple as tucking in their uniforms.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Benito with that two-pointer.
Yeah,
Big man was capitalizing on his strength and size.
Correct. He bully balled his way in size, taking advantage of his height and might.
Now the lead is down to 1. Great job on Taytay for cutting the lead. And another turnover against Valenzuela. Now Taytay with an easy basket.
Yeah, that was a combo guard combination of Miguel Pizarro with the steal and Zeus De Leon finishing with the layup. Fast break opportunity there.
Familiar names making scores and impact for Taytay. Valenzuela looking to take back that lead. Pulls up a far three-pointer and it's good!
Yeah, that was a great shot there from Reinhard Panaligan, making it rain from downtown, regaining the lead.
Now Valenzuela is up by 2 points once more. De Leon attempting the three-pointer. Left corner. Bang!
That was a great play there. Once again, from Zeus De Leon, passing it this time to Miguel Pizarro. Open for the three, no one guarding him.
Paalitan ng suporta para dito kay Pizarro De Leon. Now Taytay again. Inlayo setting up the play. What an alley pass for Pili. Inlayo Pili connection right there.
Yeah, definitely. The big man is connecting properly, and it's showing, given a 3-point lead.
Now Valenzuela, that attack unfortunately was too strong.
Yeah, they had the right intention in mind. They passed it down to their big man, was Bricks Garrett, but unable to make that layup. As you can see here, the replay. No look feed. Getting it done for Pili.
Playing with style itong si Layo, no? And also Pili with that alley-oop shot. Great job so far for the Taytay crew. The left corner back to Inlayo. Out to De Leon. He was stripped.
Yeah, no call there. May feel hurt, but play on, says the referees.
Oh, he was holding onto his fingers. I think dun tumama.
Inlayo gave a foul to San Buenaventura. Meanwhile, Jesus De Leon holding on to his hand like there. May have affected him, but no call.
Medyo nasaktan itong si De Leon in that last sequence. I hope everything's fine. Pero for Valenzuela, dito para kay Buenaventura, the first one was not good. Let's see the second one. Goes in. Taytay up by only 1 point. With a very close fight so far here in the second quarter. A three-pointer attempt, a bit short. Now Valenzuela on the attack. Pulls up. A bit off to the right of the rim. Panaligan to Buenaventura. Too strong. Now a follow-up was there. Panganiban.
Panganiban get that second chance opportunity, getting it done for Valenzuela. As you can see here, this replay. Great shot there though. But look at that quick catch and reach and shot there for Panganiban, giving it 2 more points for Valenzuela.
Well, that play was indeed led to a timeout. Timeout muna tayo. Now we are back in action after that quick timeout. Once again, this is the 16 and under division in between Taytay and Valenzuela. So far, Taytay was able to capitalize that play. However, Valenzuela taking the lead up by 1 point with that last sequence. With Panganiban with the offensive rebounding and conversion. But there was a turnover. And it's good.
Great stop there by Valenzuela from the backcourt, able to get 2 more points.
Panaligan securing another 2 points, and he was blocked. Well, this player, number 35, Corcolon, using his height and reach. Now on the outside. Bang! Ariano. That was a whistle.
There was a 3-pointer there for Valenzuela, but here on the other end, De Leon, despite the block, oh, that's very unfortunate there for Taytay's John Ezekiel Luge. Currently, it's very unfortunate. We hope that the medics are immediately on him, checking on him.
Well, he hit his head on that wall after that securing the block. Maganda sana dito sa panig ng Valenzuela for the 3-pointer. Unfortunately for Taytay, they have 1 man down on the floor. I hope he's fine. He's still down on the floor as we speak. Yeah, but he's trying to recover now. That's good to see, good thing to see.
Yeah, Luge is walking on his own feet, so that is a very good sign if you are Taytay.
But I believe he was really shaken by that hit against the wall, JP.
Yeah.
It was a solid hit. I wasn't able to see that one from my perspective, but on the replay, nakita natin talaga na tumama siya dun sa wall.
due to his absence. No, they're gonna continue without him for now.
He was creating some plays earlier in this ball game. I hope he recovers well and be back in action later on. But that was a three-pointer. Care of Akad.
Yeah, Nicolo Akad able to counter with a 3, immediately cutting the deficit to 2.
That long two-pointer was not good. Follow-up wasn't able to convert as well. Now Inlayo with the rebound. But that was it for our second quarter. The current score is 37-35 in favor of Valenzuela.
Yeah, definitely. And here in the Chef's Magic second quarter highlights, both squads are scoring definitely. Pizarro and Lugue, Dewey and De Leon getting it done for Taytay. Great fake there as you can see. But a great stop there. Better for Valenzuela on that end. Meanwhile, they are doing fast breaks here, especially from guys like Añano, getting it done with his speed and with his quickness and speed. Meanwhile, Pili getting it inside, staying dominant as one of the best big men in the league, getting it done for Taytay.
Here we go with the halftime, 38-35, end of the first half for the 16 and under division. And we are back after that first halftime break. The 38-35 in favor of Valenzuela. Here in the 16 and under division, Valenzuela going up against Taytay.
Yeah, definitely for some of the highlights here that you'll be seeing. Great action for the Taytay Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoie getting done on fast break opportunities. Meanwhile, it is Taglia, their main man for Valenzuela Impact Ballers, getting it done on their end. And for the halftime statistics, you'll see here, quite even, close so far, one possession ball game, 35% for Valenzuela versus Taytay's 32. Even on the three-point shots with 3 apiece. Taytay with better rebounding, up by 4, 30-26, as well as passing the rock, 11 assists to 7. Meanwhile, it is Valenzuela taking care of the basketball more with 4 less turnovers, hence their 3-point lead.
Yes, indeed. You know, even though there is a 4 rebounds higher for Taytay. Now let's take a look, and it's now time for our fan of the game. we've spotted someone in the crowd who's been cheering non-stop, full of energy and bringing all the good vibes here in this game. And you know what they say, the coolest fan deserves the coolest iced tea. Congratulations to our fan of the game. You're getting a refreshing treat from Fruity Iced Tea, a no sugar added iced tea. Stay cool with Fruity Iced Tea, the goodness of iced tea without the sugar. And now we are back in action for the second half of this ball game.
Great effort there. Pili with the box out. Great box out there.
Unfortunately, there was another loose ball here for Taytay. Now, balik sa Valenzuela ang ball possession.
Late substitutions being called. That is De Leon coming in.
Yes, De Leon for Taytay. 3-point lead, kalamangan para dito sa Valenzuela kontra sa Taytay. And JP, as we mentioned kanina sa pre-game, itong Taytay, they came off a loss dun sa kanilang last outing. And currently, ang standing nila ay 3-4. Medyo close dun sa 2-4 nitong Valenzuela. However, Valenzuela got their second win last time. And I believe they're trying to secure their third victory itong Valenzuela.
Yeah, definitely. If they are able to pull it off here, itong Valenzuela, they're gonna improve to a 3-4 record and have one up over Taytay that will fall to 3-5. Very tight standing here for both squads. There will be playoff implication here, given that they are both currently 8th and 10th in the division.
Yeah, that's right. We're back in action. Valenzuela on the attack. Nakapik ang bola. Balik sa Taytay. We got Lim. Attempts a three-pointer. Bit too strong. Nalastas with the rebound. Now Taglia on the attack. Trying to secure that two-pointer. Off to the right side of the rim. But offensive rebound. Balik kay Taglia. Now on the left corner. Well, that was a 2-1 situation. Forcing him to pass the ball. Unfortunately, na-intercept. There was a foul called in that last sequence.
Oh, that was an offensive foul for, I believe, Miguel Pizarro. That will give possession back to the White Shirts.
That is correct. Pizarro was called an offensive foul. Medyo nababalik tayo yung sitwasyon. Valenzuela taking the lead and capitalizing on the turnovers of Taytay. Now Valenzuela on the attack once more. There was traveling called again.
That was a very sharp eyes there for the referee. Able to catch that. Possession will go back to Taytay.
Back and forth action ang nakikita natin dito sa third quarter, no? Palitan early in the third quarter. Napili saving that ball. Unfortunately, Panaligan takes it. Now Valenzuela on the attack. Another turnover. Now Pili for Taytay. That was a bit too strong. A follow-up, wala pa din. But there was a clash between two teammates para dito sa Valenzuela.
Yeah, two White Shirts falling hard and very unfortunate there. And earlier, it was a couple of misses there for the Purple Shirts. As you can see here in this replay, not getting it done. And unfortunately, two White Shirts sabay nakahulog.
Kabanggaan sila mid-air. But the good thing, they were fine. And we can continue with this action-packed ball game. The first game natin. 7 minutes, 28 seconds remaining on this third quarter between the 6th and another division for Valenzuela and Taytay. 38-35. Valenzuela leading up by 3. Trying to increase that lead. Ang bola sa Valenzuela pa din. Almost wasn't able to get that. There was a turnover committed by Valenzuela. Now, napunta sa Taytay ang bola. Now Pizarro losing that ball in that process. That was a missed opportunity there. Now Valenzuela. Panaligan trying to attack that. Can't find an opening for Colon. Taglia attacking. Step back. Pass to outside. Off to the left of the rim.
Yeah, so far not going so well for Valenzuela. Although they still have the lead, no? Still 3 points. Trying to extend it or for Taytay to cut the deficit.
Yes, indeed. But another three-pointer attempt missed by Pizarro there. Now Valenzuela taking the ball back. Taglia pulls up. A bit too strong once more. Now Pizarro on the attack. Faking, but Taglia was there.
Great swat there by Taglia, able to create that big stop. As you can see in this replay, great presence of mind by Taglia despite the fake pass of Pizarro.
Yes, indeed. Now let's turn this over to our courtside reporter, Danae.
Team Taytay Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoie's assistant coach shared a while ago how the team can only train once a week because of the players' Saturday makeup classes at school. Pero kahit nga naman ganun, kitang-kita natin ang pagpursige nila. Hindi lang ng players, pati na rin ng coaches for their patience and consistency. Back to you, John and JP.
Thank you so much, Danae, for the courtside report. Well, once per week? Tama ba,
Yeah,
JP?
once per week, which is quite difficult if you are part of the coaching staff because you can only do so much now with one training. But then again, they are student athletes. You have to remind everyone that these are only 16 under kids. So priority, of course, is their academics or education, followed by, of course, their love for the game.
Yes, indeed. Their love for the game, student athletes, pinagsasabay ang pag-aaral at itong basketball career nila, developing their career for their future. Well, that was a good one, courtesy of Francisco for Taytay. Now Valenzuela, creating that play, almost losing that ball. That was a difficult pass. There was a purple shirt in front of Cañano's teammate. Manatili sa kanila ang bola. Valenzuela on that corner. A bit short. A follow-up, wala pa din. Now Pili with that rebound and attack. Commits a turnover in the process.
Yeah, Pili had the right intention in mind. Unfortunately, he couldn't control it. And the possession and lead will stay with Valenzuela.
As we can see here, medyo slow-moving yung score natin on this third quarter, courtesy of the defense of both teams. Only 1 point added for Taytay with that free throw earlier by Francisco. 38-36, 2-point lead by Valenzuela.
I think it's been, I believe, 4 minutes already without a basket for Valenzuela. Given the fact that, I believe, am I correct? It's
Yes.
38, yeah, 38 and a half. So, slow-moving ball game, which shows that either great defense on both squads or they're not looking at better, higher accuracy shooting.
Well, that's right. So here, Valenzuela with Quimot on that first one on the free throw.
That was Andre Kimot making the first of 2.
Looking to get 2 for 2 here. Quimot on the second free throw. Both are good for Quimot. Now, as we were saying earlier, 38 in 4 minutes. Walang na masyado nagawa ang Valenzuela, but at 2 points para sa free throw made an impact para dito sa Valenzuela.
Ooh, they had the right intentions. Itong si Arkin Anyano able to do some behind-the-back dribbling, but 2 purple shirts were between him. So despite his dribbling exhibition, he was caught with a turnover.
Yes, and unfortunately for him, he was stopped by his defenders. 2 against 1. Pili with that save. A pull-up jumper, and it's good.
Yeah, that's a great shot there by Zeus De Leon.
Once again, De Leon creating a score for his team. Cutting the lead down to 2. Now Wanyano finds his teammate. Kimot pulls up. Off to the right side. That was a flashy pass. Unfortunately, didn't work out for him. Dito kay Anyano.
Yeah, Arkin Anyano tried to go fancy there with the behind the back pass, but it caught him and resulted in another turnover.
As we were saying earlier in this ball game, medyo mataas talaga yung turnovers sa Valenzuela. And that was a three-pointer by Lim.
Yeah, Lim getting it done and regaining the lead for Taytay.
Gaining the lead indeed. 1 point lead para dito sa Taytay. Now steps back to three. A bit too strong. Offensive rebound. Now Luge. Setting up to Lim. Back to Luge. He pulls up for three. High up the glass. Now Anyano. The teardrop a bit short.
Possession will remain with the white shirts despite the hustle plays.
Valenzuela pa rin ang may ball possession. However, the lead is with Taytay. Only by 1 point. 3 minutes 40 seconds remaining on the third quarter. Now Valenzuela with the possession. Right underneath. Steps back. Almost. Pili with the rebound. Now Taytay on the attack once again. Lim fires for three. Off to the right. Now Taglia. On that left corner. Bang!
That was Gian Taglia passing it to Reinhard Panaliga with the jumper. Great presence of mind by Taglia, giving them the lead once again.
Oh, back and forth action as we can see here. Balik ulit sa Valenzuela ang kalamangan. 2-point lead. Fortunately, Valenzuela losing that ball. Kimot losing that ball in the process. Trying to cross the backcourt. 43-41. Let's take a look at this replay.
Yeah, as you can see here, Taglia passing it to Panaliga in hot hand in the corner, getting it done, giving them the lead once again.
A good play there by Panaligan and Taglia, but that's an answer. That three-pointer,
Yeah, that
Taytay
was
with that very own.
Christian Alexander Basilia with a bucket.
Tying the score to 43.
That was a quick return there by Andre Panganiban.
May sagot agad. Luge fires for three. That was too strong. Very close itong third quarter natin, JP. 45-43.
And that is a very quick bucket there, going back and forth, but very high pace here for Valenzuela.
So making the lead. Up to 4 points now. Here of Taglia. Another turnover.
Possession will remain with Taytay.
That was tapped by white shirts. Pulls up with that jumper. Unfortunately, it only hit the glass.
Yeah, that's a loose ball foul for Basilio, able to give the possession back to the white shirts.
Valenzuela with the lead, 47-43. With only 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining on the third quarter. Now Valenzuela creating a play and on the attack once more. Trying to attack the defense of Taytay. Losing the ball in the process. But the ball will remain with Valenzuela. But that play led to a timeout, trying to clear things up.
you can see here, no? Taglia, tough bucket, getting it done for Valenzuela.
We'll be back after this short break. From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. We're back after that short break. Valenzuela with the ball possession, trying to increase their lead. With this very close fight, as we can see, this very close ball game, rather. Now inbounds to the corner. Unfortunately, natapakan ang linya.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for Pananigan. Oh, excuse me. I think that was Jelosan Buenaventura who stepped on the baseline. So possession will go back to the purple shirts.
But there was a turnover in that process. What a shot!
Yeah, Reinhard Panaligan getting it done once again. Great creative movement of angle to get the two-pointer.
There was a foul called right there.
That is Jelosan Buenaventura with a call there. Got caught off ball. Possession will go back to the purple shirts.
Now Valenzuela, as we can see here, has increased their lead to 6. Now Taytay trying to make an impact in this ball possession. Pizarro to Basilia. Basilia to Pizarro. On that right corner. A bit too strong. Now the turnover committed there, but a foul was called in the process.
Yeah, that was Taglia. It was a mad scramble earlier on, and Taglia got the end of it, giving a foul for Valenzuela.
Both teams are having 4 fouls at the moment with the 22 seconds remaining. Medyo maingat, walang penalty, but we'll see. 22.3 seconds remaining. Now Luge, almost losing that ball. Ball will remain with the purple shirts. Coach's challenge. Valenzuela wanted that coach's challenge to review that last ball possession. Well, now the officials will review that last ball possession as challenged by the head coach of Valenzuela.
Yeah, I believe Coach Luisan Buenaventura wanted to guarantee them that it is their basketball in that last possession.
Yes, considering that they have a 6-point lead, no ball possession should be wasted. Especially very close ball game ito. Let's take a look at this replay as requested by Coach Louie. Let's check it out once more. How do you see that?
Oh yeah, see that one tip there? It could have gone Valenzuela's way if they caught that. Even on that angle, it was tough to call, but it may be turned over. We shall see. Of course, we don't want to be in this situation. It's up to the referees at this point.
Yes, from our perspective, hindi masyado makita kung na-last touch ba nito ni Luge after being tapped by the white shirts.
And if you're seeing what we're seeing, that's what the refs are seeing.
Let's see the final call. It was successful, as we are saying. And there you go. The coach's challenge was successful. Mapupunta ngayon sa Valenzuela ang bola. 16.2 remaining on the third quarter. 49-43 in favor of Valenzuela. Panaligan. So far three, and it goes in.
That was a deep three for Panaligan. He hesitated for one moment and decided to take it anyway.
What a shot by Panaligan to close the third quarter. Rain hard indeed.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, some of the third quarter highlights of Chess Magic. It has been lights out from both squads. De Leon making a three. Tagli making it happen. Taglia, making it happen down low. And hesitation move there. No one guarding him. Two purple shirts were on him. Reinhard Panaliga, nothing but net to end the quarter.
And there was a deep three as well. Now that's the end of the third quarter, 52-43 in favor of Valenzuela.
Special thanks to Mayor Along Malapitan and Congressman Dean Asisio for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic Condiments brings the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. And now we are back in action in the last quarter of this first game. Sunday morning here in the La Costa Homes 2 Phase 2 covered court in Caloocan City. For the 16 and under match up. Current score is 52-43, 9-point lead JP in that last quarter.
Yeah, it has been all Valenzuela due to the efforts of Panaligan and Taglia, double teaming and making sure that things happen for them.
Well, that was a deep three attempt once more. Medyo pinakaba ni Panaligan yung mga kalaban niya. But that three-pointer led to an out of bounds.
And one thing you should like if you're head coach Luis San Buenaventura is that he is allowing his boys to knock it down from three. They have been taking a lot of three-point attempts, talking about Valenzuela Impact Ballers.
Yes, that's right. Considering the close game ito. Can't take any chances, pero si Coach Louie nagtitiwala talaga sa kanyang mga players. And Lugi fires his very own three. Not good. Now Anyano for Valenzuela. Panaligan trying to shake up the defense. Stepping on that sideline.
Oh, that is the second time that a Valenzuela player stepped out of bounds from the baseline. This time it was Panaligan. They have to avoid those from letting them cut the deficit.
Shouldn't waste this 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, especially we are closing in at the end of this quarter.
Yeah, speaking of it, that was Arkin Arniano able to extend the lead now to double digits.
I believe this is the biggest lead of this ball game.
Yeah, but unfortunately, PD immediately crushing that lead now to 9.
Lowering it down to 9. But the lead still remains with Valenzuela this last quarter. Good morning once again to our live viewers at the Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Magandang umaga po. I am John Ocampo. Together with me is JP Ruiz, our analyst, and our courtside reporter, Danae Yamada. Behind the back. And it was good. Pizarro with that shot.
Taytay on a 4-0 run now, cutting the deficit to 7.
Pizarro with that relentless attack regardless of the defender. Finding a bit short there in that right corner. Now in layo to Pizarro with the shot.
That was a very quick shot there for Pizarro, cutting the deficit now to 4.
Pizarro back to back. Kanina yung magandang inside play niya, ngayon naman sa labas. Loob at labas pinapakita dito ni Pizarro. Now Arellano with a teardrop and it's good.
Arkin Arellano stopping the bleeding so far with a tough floater, extending the lead back to 6.
This ball game is getting excited as we are closing in to the end of this ball game. Now in layo with the 3, almost. Pili with the rebound. He was asking for a foul. Unfortunately, there was none called, but a good shot still for Pili.
Yeah, Pili was able to get it done, able to cut the deficit due to his height and might down low in the paint.
Now Arellano trying to look at right under. Unfortunately, hindi nag-work yun para sa kanila. Now Inlayo finding Luge. Back to Inlayo. Now Pizarro. He gets fouled in the process, attacking that basket.
Yeah, Pizarro was very aggressive, wanting to get the contact for them to cut the deficit further. It is only a 2-possession ball game, 6 minutes remaining.
Well, we can see the confidence here of Pizarro increasing as he was able to knock down the 3, attack the paint earlier, regardless of there was a defender.
Yeah.
So talagang kumbaga nakukuha niya yung kumpiyansa niya, ma-shoot man yung bola, he will draw a foul.
And I think it's time for him to be aggressive given that they are still down in the 4th quarter, and it's time for him to step up. As you can see, he's cutting the deficit now to 3.
1 for 2 para kay Pizarro sa free throw line. Pero papahinga muna siya. De Leon in. Now Arellano for Valenzuela, trying to keep the lead with their team. Panaligan, back to Arellano. Tagliando corner. A bit too strong. Rebounded by Benito. Defensive rebound. Now Inlayo setting up. Finds Pili at the center. It's
Yeah,
good.
there's a one-on-one action with Pili.
There was quite aggression between Pili and Corcolon, the big men of these teams.
Yeah, those two have been going at it ever since the get-go, and some tensions were thrown on both squads. You can see here Pili, tough basket going inside, and
There was the first bump.
a little extra motion there.
I believe when Pili turned around, nagkaroon ng contact doon. Unfortunately, nagkaroon pa ng mga follow-up motion between him and Corcolon.
Yeah, it was on both sides actually. Pili and Corcolon. As you can see here, once Pili got the shot, when he came back, he bumped him. So that was the motion, extra motion, and then he tried to get away with it. Corcolon, extra motion there, and decided to fall.
Well, he upon turning around, he was able to see his defender. Unfortunately, there was a bump and sinagot naman kaagad ni Corcolon in his defense. Let's see the official's call. Double foul?
Yeah, that's a double foul. That's what I call.
Well, good thing hindi siya nag-escalate sa mas malala pang call. Double foul lang. Good for both teams pa din. It didn't escalate to something more serious. Napaniligan with the high pass. Taglia pulls up and it's good.
That's a great shot there for Taglia, able to extend the lead now to 3.
Still very close ball game, and that being said, Pili scores once more.
Yeah, Pili knew it's time for him to step up when it matters most. It's the 4th quarter, less than 5 minutes remaining, and then they're still down.
Pili again with the defensive rebound. Only trailing by 1 point itong Taytay. Things are getting a bit physical dun sa mga teammates na walang hawak na bola. There was a foul called.
Both
Corcoran
players.
Pili once more.
Pili and Corcoran going at it once again. As you can see in this replay, one-on-one action. Tried to go ISO. Tried to go get the ball.
Well, there was a grab on the... All right, so for now, let's turn this over to our courtside reporter, Danay.
Assistant Coach Awi of Team Taytay stated that the team should focus more on their defense, as Team Valenzuela has been playing the offense and has been very aggressive. They're aiming to lessen their eagerness to shoot and try controlling the game instead. Back to you, JP and John.
Thank you so much, Danay. So, depensa nga naman ang kinailangan nitong Taytay. But as we can see here, Pili, 1 out of 2 for that free throw. Tying up to 58 dito sa fourth quarter with 4 minutes 32 seconds remaining. Now we got Panaligan. Funning that corner. Taglia almost loses the ball. Now Anyano sidesteps.
Wow, that would have been a bailout shot right there. Only 5 seconds remaining, but instead, 2 purple shirts went at him, getting the foul.
That was a smart and a brave move para dito kay Anyano, and he will be able to secure that free throw.
I think these are 3 free throws.
Yeah, he was fouled on that free throw line. The first one wasn't good. Valenzuela and Taytay, both teams keeping this ball game so close. Even if we're closing in at the end of this ball game. 58 apiece.
Anyano not making it matter. Currently 0 for 2 on this 3 free throw trip.
Last one is in. 1 out of 3. Gives the Valenzuela team the 1-point lead.
Ooh, Inlayo going all the way. And that was a foul.
Almost getting that. He's been getting flashy again with his spins and layup. Fortunately, he got fouled.
As you can see here now, Inlayo going against 2 white shirts and a foul was called on him.
But that was a good attempt. First one was, did go in? Off to the left. He will fire for his second free throw. Both free throws didn't go in para dito kay Inlayo, but defensive rebound. Pili with the third attempt. Panganiban securing that for Valenzuela.
Yeah, multiple possessions there for the purple shirts. Not able to get it done. Valenzuela still with a 1-point lead, but a costly turnover there. Risky pass.
Wasn't able to secure that pass from Anyano. Well, De Leon from down under.
Yeah, De Leon regaining the lead for Taytay, asking for the basketball immediately from Inlayo, getting it done.
Like what we mentioned, very close game indeed. No? Balik naman sa Taytay ang kalamangan. 1-point lead. 60-59. 3 minutes, 24 seconds remaining.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was Andre Panganiban unable to control the basketball. Possession will go back to Taytay Hamaka Health Forum, Doc Atoie.
Another turnover secured by Anyano. Wow, what a shot! Kontra dito kay Pili.
That was a great shot there from Arkin Anyano.
And once more, a steal. Pero balik dito sa Taytay ang bola.
What a
fake!
Fake there by Benito.
Keeping this ball game very fired up and exciting.
Both teams wanting that basketball.
Well, as we mentioned, close sila sa record, but another turnover. Lugi on the fast break, and it's good. Taytay with the back-to-back will lead for Valenzuela to call for a timeout.
As you You can see here, great play there. Very creative layup there for Arkin Añano with the scream there by Gian Taglia.
With the support, I'm very proud. So let's take this break muna.
Special thanks to Mayor Along Malapitan and Congressman Dean Asisio for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
We are back in action here in the fourth quarter of the 16 and under division. 64-61 in favor of Taytay with 2 minutes 35 seconds remaining on this ball game. Here we go. Valenzuela with the ball possession. Añano showing his athleticism before the timeout. Now Taglia to Añano, pulls up for a three. Off to the left. Lugi securing the rebound. Layo being guarded by Añano. Trying to shake it off. That was close.
Luckily for Lawrence Inlayo, despite the jump ball there, possession will stay with Taytay.
Yes, indeed. And another timeout is called para naman dito sa Taytay.
Special thanks to Mayor Along Malapitan and Congressman Dean Asisio for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
We are back in action. 2 minutes, 11 seconds remaining on this action-packed first game of this Sunday. Taytay with the lead, 64-61 kontra Valenzuela. 10 seconds to shoot para dito sa Taytay. Ilayo will inbound. Finds his teammate in the corner. Luge attacks, pulls up. Almost getting it in. Loose violation called. Ball will remain with Taytay. Inlayo. Last 2 minutes of the ball game. Nahuli ni Taglia. Taglia on the attack. He gets fouled in the process. Valenzuela with that aggression, trying to keep their
energy in. But Taglia was very aggressive in that play. It was a scramble actually. He didn't know where to go. Thankfully that he was able to grab contact from a purple shirt, and the 2 free throws will go to him.
First one is good para dito kay Taglia. Now he will try to cut down the lead to 1 if the second free throw goes in. Now Taytay and Valenzuela both showing aggression all throughout the ball game. Although there were a lot of turnovers earlier, but the second half was action-packed. The second one didn't go in, unfortunately for Taglia, and a traveling violation was called on his teammate.
Yeah, and he scratched his head immediately. Talk about Andre Panganiban, unnecessary turnover.
And this is a very crucial turnover. You know? I hope they can avoid that closing into the end of this ball game.
There was a delay of game called out by Reinhard Pananigan. So let's see if they can avoid that from another technical. Taytay. Ooh!
Oh, Pili with the fake. Gets it in. Oh, that's Benito rather.
No, that was
that was Pili.
Yes.
Anyano fires for three. Almost knocking it down. They're really trying their best. 1 minute 15 seconds. Valenzuela trailing by 4.
Look at this move here by Pili, able to avoid Taglia. And I believe that was also Panganiban getting it done here. Itong si Cody Pili.
Napadila doon si Pili sa ganda rin play niya ginawa last time. Benito on the free throw line. Once again, Taytay looking to increase their lead towards the end of this ball game. First one is good. As we are seeing in the pregame, Taytay lost their last game, but right now they're looking to get back on the winning column. 2 for 2 para dito kay Benito. Anyano, Taglia. Fires for 3. Let's go! Panganiban! Oh, Panaligan rather.
Reinhard Panaligan getting it from downtown, cutting the deficit now to 3.
Winning it down. Now Benito challenging the defense. Unfortunately, that was too strong for him. Panganiban. To Anyano. Not good. Now Taytay on the attack again. 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
With a layup. Didn't work for De Leon. Now Taglia on the attack. Pulls up. Fake. Panganiban to Panaligan. 3-pointer attempt was short. Anyano for 3. Too strong. There was a whistle in that last sequence. Well, a timeout was again called by Taytay, capitalizing on that possession. Let's take a look at this. Knocks it down. Same spot, I believe, para dito kay Panaligan.
Yeah.
Kaninang with hesitation, ngayon mas confident na.
The timeout is called for Taytay.
Special thanks to Mayor Along Malapitan and Congressman Dean Asistio for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
Now we're back, 16 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. With a very close ball game para dito sa Taytay and Valenzuela, but Taytay taking the lead by 3 points. With 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Now De Leon gets fouled by Anyano. Trying to lose that. Penalty na ang Valenzuela with their fouls. Now De Leon on the free throw line. First one is not good. Only 3-point lead itong Taytay sa Valenzuela, and they have 13.6 seconds. Let's see who will secure this next ball possession. De Leon shoots the second one, 1 out of 2. Another timeout called by Valenzuela Impact Ballers. 13 seconds remaining.
Special thanks to Mayor Along Malapitan and Congressman Dean Asisio for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
And now we are back with 13 seconds remaining in the 16 and under showdown between Taytay and Valenzuela. With Taytay taking the lead by 3 or 4 points rather. 69-65. Let's see what Valenzuela has on their end. Itong 13 seconds remaining. Anyan will inbound. Fancy teammate on the corner. Fires for 3 but too strong. Sa kanila pa rin ang bola. Taglia for 3. A bit short. Kanila ulit. Fires for 3 again. And it's good! 2.2 seconds remaining.
That is a great shot there by Taglia. Multiple chances there for Valenzuela. Cutting now to 1. Let's see what Valenzuela can come out. What Taytay will do here. But look at this replay. Multiple attempts there. Taglia getting it done. Nope, not on the first attempt. Great second chance opportunity. And Taglia, one more. This time, getting it with the lucky bounce in.
I would like to give credit dun sa confidence nila kay Taglia and their play, yung setup na ginawa nila. Taglia was able to knock it down the second try. 69-68, 1 point lead by Taytay. 2.2 seconds remaining in this ball game.
Let's see if Taytay can hold the basketball here. Make sure that there isn't any turnovers. Just pass it to any purple shirt. Making sure na hindi matuturn over or hindi mawawala yung possession.
Indeed. Now Inlayo will inbound. Anyano nakabantay. 2.2 seconds remaining. Here we go. In the corner. Lugi was stopped there with a few milliseconds or 1 second, I believe.
Oh, they're gonna check. They're just gonna check how many seconds are left.
But there will be a free throw dahil sa penalty na itong Valenzuela when it comes to the fouls. Once again, what a shot and what a play by Valenzuela there. Anyano to Taglia. Now let's take a look at this replay. Inlayo will inbound. Anyano guarding. Let's see how many seconds left. As soon as his teammate on the corner was able to touch the ball, Luge right there. He gets fouled with 1 and a few milliseconds remaining. If there was no foul, it almost ended the ball game. Let's see how many milliseconds or how many seconds left. And I believe that was 2.2 seconds remaining when they inbound. Lugi was fouled in that last ball possession. And our game officials are just reviewing how many seconds left. Once again, it was a very action-packed first game this Sunday dito sa De La Costa Homes 2 Phase 2 covered court here in Caloocan City. A battle between Valenzuela Impact Bowlers and Taytay Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoie. 16 under division, first game of the day. And I believe they're closing in. So for now, let's announce our Middle East leg. This is coming soon. 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18 under division coming to Middle East. And Junior MPBL is going global. Truly, the Junior MPBL is a platform that goes beyond borders. And with our Pocket League having just wrapped up, fans can already look forward to the much anticipated return of Season 2. 1.7 is what they call.
1.7 seconds remaining. Still lots of time. If you are Valenzuela, you have lots of time to have a catch and shoot, regardless if he makes these 2 free throws. How about Lugi?
Only 1 point lead by Taytay. Let's see what Lugi can do.
Ooh.
Misses the first one.
This is gonna be interesting.
I can already imagine the pressure on the Taytay side. However, on Valenzuela side as well, once they secure the ball possession after this one.
Oh.
There you have it. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Pili was able to secure that offensive rebound. That is it for this ball game. 69 rather to 68. Taytay going up against Valenzuela. Taytay taking that only 1 point lead, securing this win after they lost last game.
No, this has been a great game so far to start our 6 game slate here in Caloocan. It's a great matchup between the 16 under division for Taytay Hamaka Health Forum with Doc Atoie. They have bounced back. They're now back at 500, no, 4-4 now with the win. For Valenzuela, on the other hand, they are back to the losing column after winning in their last game against Pasig. They have lost now by, unfortunately, 1 point against Taytay.
Well, that was a very close game indeed. Only losing by 1 point itong Valenzuela. Now they're dropping to 2-5 record. However, itong Taytay naman came back to the winning column. 4-4 na ang standing nila, and let's see how the seed standings will change in favor of them after winning this ball game.
No, definitely. This will have great implications for the playoffs, no, in terms of who will rank where after these set of ball games. I think now this is only 16 under. We will see in a couple of minutes or moments who will be our Chef's Magic Player of the game as well as the other individual awardees.
Yes, indeed. Chef's Magic Player of the game will be announced by our courts reporter tonight. And right after that, of course, we are going to recognize our Defensive Player of the game by Hustle Club and our Don Benito's Assist Man of the game. So let's see kung kaninong teams ba manggagaling ang awardees natin, Taytay or Valenzuela.
But coming up, no, this is only the first of 6, as you mentioned, no. The younger brothers, the Bunso, will play next, the 14 under, followed by the Kuyas, the 18 under, between Valenzuela and Taytay.
Yes, indeed. And I think they're gonna be fired up, ano? Now let's turn this over for our Chef's Magic Player of the game, Danay.
I am here right now with our Chef's Magic's best player of the game, Julius. Congratulations. Midway kayo yung naghahabol, pero eventually it led your way to your victory. What was your mindset all throughout today's game?
Sabi po ng mga coaches po namin, must win po itong laro to, kaya sipagan lang po namin.
Congratulations ulit. 20 points and 15 rebounds. May mga gusto ka bang pasalamatan?
Pinapasalamatan po namin si Doc Atoie sa lagi pong pagsuporta sa amin. Yung magulang ko po na nanonood, tsaka yung girlfriend ko po. Yun lang.
Thank you so much. We will be turning it over to our Hustle Club's Defensive Player of the game and our Don Benito's Assist Man of the game.
Thank you so much, Danay. And once again, congratulations, Pili, for the Chef's Magic Player of the game. And we have the Hustle Club Defensive Player of the game, Noah Manalastas, with 13 rebounds and 4 assists for Valenzuela. And also we are having Don Benito's assist man of the game for Miguel Pizarro. 6 assists coming from Taytay. Congratulations once again. And coming up next is a 14 under division, a clash between Taytay Hamaka and Valenzuela Impact Ballers.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabayad pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod.